Hello, my name is Stephen Cole, What Studio Liverpool, producer, writer, botherer. Hey, why did I go to NAMM 2026? Well, one of the main reasons I went is because I was asked. And when someone's offered an opportunity, and it's potentially a possible opportunity, it's advised to try and look closely at that said opportunity. However, my usual sentiment when offered things like that is to be as economical with my time and as economical with my money as possible. So NAMM is not normally something that's ever come onto my horizon. So I have to thank the lads at Work and Audio Tools for the invite. More specifically, the headphone and speaker police, Paul Third and Ed Thorne. We shared what we were referring to as the YouTube house, along with other YouTube legends as Nicholas Di Lorenzo from the informative Panorama Mastering, Sean Vincent from Studio Life, known for his Shit series, and we also hung a lot with Mike Enjo from Creative Source, who is an absolute font of knowledge and absolutely proves that home recording is just as embedded in understanding the studio world as studio worlds are, which I'm all for. And of course Mitch at DIY Recording Studio, I felt a massive rapport with. It was really great to meet him and approach our relationship into the world. And mostly a big thanks has to go to my insanely wonderful partner Chloe, who not only encouraged me to do this ridiculous thing but enabled me to go through her support and her brain space and her planning and her constant tracking of me across maps over the whole of LA, so to make sure I wasn't dead or arrived safely, I should say. If it wasn't for her, I couldn't have done any of this. It's fact. So another reason I went is because I love equipment, and I love it as much as the next engineer or producer, and I'm always curious of the next few new innovations that could come out. And what I usually can do that from the safety of my own YouTube in my house. So why did I go? Well, it was for the people, and I'm fully aware that on the floor there was talks and contributions from some serious big hitters in the production community, and I'm always interested to hear what they want to say, unedited in the real world, and I did. So, I hope this is working, by the way. Have I pressed record? I hope so. Who did I see? Who did I see when I did this? Well, I saw Andrew Sheps. Everywhere you look, you see Andrew Sheps. That's fact. He talked mostly and actually convinced me many in the field of why Dolby Atmos is actually a good idea, because it's in cars now, so that's a good idea. Michael Beinhorn, and I jumped up my skin when I saw him. Manny Nieto, or Nito, I'm not sure, please prefix me. This legend makes the best sounds, and he knew who I was, which is crazy. Sylvia Matthew, the queen of the hall, really. No one doesn't respect or adore her, seemingly. An absolute sage, great producer, great with tech and great with artists too. If you don't know her, go and have a look. Matt Wallace, Faith No More, basically the Secret Six Men. I'm pretty sure I called him Andy as well because I got nervous. We spoke about my studio, which he was quite interested to talk about, and then we talked about Sylvia Massey for ages, which was absolutely amazing. We met Young Guru, who's worked with KZ, De La Soul, quite a lot of the Def Jam and Rockefeller roster. He did a brilliant talk. I really enjoyed that. Mark Daniel Nelson, if you never used the internet, you probably know who he is. Daniel Thorpe. Daryl Thorpe, he's worked with Godrich and etc. I met Warren and Hewitt and Cassia, Stefan Master from Abbey Road, Steve Bauman, who's worked with Silverchair, Matt Machine Head, Pink, Destiny's Child, Eminem. These were big hitters. I saw some great equipment. I got to meet the CEO of the designer of set companies. That was crazy. I met Chris and Andy from the people who made this desk audience. It was amazing to meet them, make the things that you use, right? It's just like the point of it. I got to see and hear the Type 20M in the head range and speak to the incredibly informative designer who built them. That's an amazing thing. We got to hang with the lads from Make Noise Pro, and he got the flight back with them, which is always good to bump to them. Matt at Shaw, more specifically, was demonstrate the new Level Lock software and hardware combo, which is a collaboration between Shaw and Blackline Audio. Hopefully, I'll be getting that plug-in, so I'll have a little play with that. Dev, I think it was Dev at Ex Machina, who demonstrated their new Terra and Gravity full range system, which I have to say blew me away. I was completely smitten in seconds, and I could have started mixing after going through my reference tracks. They were very reassuring, and I was immediately impressed. Philip at Austrian Audio gave us some appreciation and a brief relatable history of microphones. Tim from RTM, I used their tape, and I always love saying hello to Tim, so every bumped you, that's funny, so it was funny to see him in somewhere else in the world. I believe his name's Imre from Gain Lab. He demonstrated the new stereo valve saturator wizard. I had a great time playing with that and whizzing through the settings, pun intended. Haven't already tried the Governor and the Impress, which I think is the Pultec style thing. I tried that in Brixton Hill. I knew it was going to be great, and it was great. It was really fast and easy to get used to. I loved it. I tried the new Biodynamic Headphone Lab, which is completely free, and for that it was great. I tried the Dan Clark Noir X, which the lads have been going on and on about, which I have to say they were very great, and we said hi to Dan. That was cool. I visited the AudZ booth, where I was able to try the whole range, which was level matched, and that is insane. And I guess I could only do that type of thing at NAMM, because I've always wanted to do that, where they're just, it's an absolute go through the range. Really brilliant. I tried the Icon P1X and the P1M. However, I tried them bolted together with the meter bridge and some wooden sides from that company. I think they're called Mix Ends, who were out to Santa Carla, Santa Clarita or something. But that was a good rig, but because the grand and all, it was wonderful. We were able to visit the Make Create Music group, which was swanky. We visited Love and Laughter in Anaheim, Safari Pedals at East West Studios. The one with Frank Sinatra did everything. That's kind of good, innit? And there were artists too, as well. I missed most of them, including Stevie Wonder, but who did I see? I saw Becky Baldwin from Merciful Fate, Fury, Hands Off Gretel, Delilah Bond, was it? Dino Cazares from Fear Factory, Lisa Belladonna, Synth Queen. Saw Shelby from Sensible Studios, who also plays with Charlie from Last Crowns. That's why I know them. So there's just people who I've seen on the fringes of my life. It would also be remiss of me not to mention that I stayed a few days with an old friend, Neil, a very talented filmmaker who ran away from Liverpool many, many years ago, 20 years ago, and what a legend, and he ran away to Hollywood, and I loved that, and it was really amazing to connect to him. So yeah, it was a full-on festival, shaking hands, meeting some really cool people and equipment. What's not to like, really? It was literally just like a fun thing to do, but in the meantime, hopefully I've met a lot of friends and people I would not have met normally, and I certainly have connected with some absolute random people off the YouTubes, which is great, isn't it? Check that out. Thanks, everyone. Bye.